So let's look at our first activity. It's a revision of sharing equally, and it says when we share things into groups evenly, every group has the same number. This means they are equal. So let's look at our pastas. Groups can be anything. You can put groups onto plates. You can put groups in circles. You can put groups into lolly bags, or you can put groups in piles. So let's put a group here. Oh, you come back. We'll put a group here. I'm going to put 3 in this one. Now, because we're being fair, I'm going to put 3 in this one as well because they have to be equal, the same. Make another one over here. There is 3 in that group, and let's do another group here. 3 in that group. So as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and there are 3 in each group. So they are equal groups. It's an even amount. Doesn't matter where I put my groups or my piles, they are still groups and they are still equal. Okay, back to our worksheet. Here's some examples. There are 6 cupcakes all together. So when we're doing division, we start with the whole amount, the big amount, and then we put them into groups, or we share them out to see how many groups we have. So we might know how many are in each group already, and we find out how many groups we can make, or we know how many groups there are and we find out how many in each group. So it says here are 3 children. If we share the cakes out evenly, every child gets 2 cupcakes. Yum! We call this fair shares because they are equal. So what they've done here is given 1 to you, 1 to you, and 1 to you. Keep going, got to be fair. 2 for you, 2 for you, and 2 for you. Till there's no more left to share out. They've all got the same amount, so it is fair. They get 2 each. And in this story, the groups are children. All right, number 1, look at these shares. Are they fair? Give them a tick if they are fair, if they're equal. If they are not the same amount, or they're not equal, or they're not fair, put a cross in the box. Okay, so have a look. This boy's got 1 cookie, and this boy's got 1 cookie. Is it fair? Yes, it is. Give it a tick. 1 and 1, the same amount. Okay. This time the groups are on plates. There's a group, and there's a group. Are they fair? Is it the same on each plate? I'll let you work that out. A tick if it is, a cross if it isn't. These are actually a little bit hard to see. Again, the groups of people this time. And then on the last one, have a good look at this one. The girl's got some balls and the boy's got a ball. Is it fair? Have they got the same amount? If they do, put a tick in here. If not, pop a cross in. Okay, now when you finish, you don't have to post a seesaw, even though it did say that on the learning overview, because you'll be going back to school soon. So pop this maths booklet with all the answers back in your learning folder and bring it to school in week 3, and we can mark it then. It's up to you. Number 2 says, draw some flowers in the pot so that all the pots are equal or fair or the same. This means they have the same, there we go, number of flowers. So it says draw some. It doesn't even tell us how many. So you can decide. Somewhere between 1 and 5, I would say. So it could be 1 in each, 2 in each, 3 in each, 4 in each, or 5 in each. Any more than that, you'll probably run out of time. It's up to you. Okay, let's look at our second sheet. Now we are doing fairy tales this term and different stories from across the world. So I've chosen to do the gingerbread gingerbread activity from the gingerbread man story. If you don't know that one, we'll definitely do it in class. Okay, let's read it. The old lady had 9 chocolate buttons all together. So we're dividing, we're sharing. So we start with a big number. She shared them equally between each of her 3 gingerbread men. How many chocolate buttons did each gingerbread man get? Draw the buttons on each gingerbread man, then answer the question below. So, what are the facts? Well, we start with 9 and we're sharing equally between 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we have to find out 9 buttons shared equally between 3 makes how many each? Well, let's do it. 9. Let's count to 9. First giving them 1 each, then giving them 2, and we'll keep going till we run out of our 9. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 4, 5, 6. Got more to go. 7, 8, 9. So we know there's 9 altogether because we counted that many out, and we each started by giving each 1, then each 2, then each 3. So 9 shared between 3 gave them how many each? 3 each. Now, if you're not sure about any of this, just post help please onto Seesaw and I will contact you and we can do some more together. Now, this is extension activity. Go ahead and pretend that you have 21 buttons and count out 21. See how many between 3, how many they get each. Then pretend you've got 18, but share them equally between the 3. See how many they would get each if you had 18. What you can do is you can just rub out the ones you've done, or you can just do it in a different colour next to it. 24 shared between 3. I think everyone should give it a go. It would make how many each? Oh, now actually I've put them down here for these 3, 1, 2, 3. So you don't have to do it on these top ones. You can do it underneath. For example, if you did the 21, you could count out 21 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll have to go do some here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I've shared them 21 out evenly, fairly. So how many did they get each? You'll have to count, won't you? And pop your answer in there. I'll let you finish that extension one by yourself. All right, we're getting so good at this. And practice is the best way for maths to get easier and easier for you. Let's have a look. Bit more practice on sharing equally. And I put this down as an optional extension activity. So that means you don't have to do it. But if you're really enjoying doing your maths, go for it. So this time we're looking at sharing fish. Number 1 says, read, how can Waldo share 12 fish equally between 2 bowls? So I got this resource from a year 1 pack. So if you're doing this one, you're doing pretty well. So what are our facts? We know he started with a big number 12. And we know he's sharing equally into how many groups? 2 groups. So the groups this time are bowls. All right, so underline the question. Oh, well, we've done that there, haven't we? Circle the facts. Oh, I've done that without even realising. Should circle it. And act it out with counters and draw a picture to solve it. So counters can be anything you want. I'm going to use pasta. If you want, you can draw little dots. Counters is anything you can count. If you want, you can draw little dots, or you can use some pastas. I don't think these are all going to fit. So I'm going to draw little dots because you've probably all got Pen's handy at home. All right, let's do 12 fish. Are you ready? My fish look like that. 1 and 1 for you. So that's 2 fish. Now 3 fish, 4 fish, 5 fish, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The question is, Waldo puts how many fish in each bowl? Not how many fish all together, how many in each bowl. So how many in that bowl and how many in that bowl. We're not adding them together. All right, I think you can count your fish and pop your answer in yourself. Number 6. This time, Waldo shares 12 fish equally between 3 bowls. Well, let's do our bowls here. What's our group this time? Our groups of bowls. 1, 2, 3 bowls. And you'll do exactly the same, but there's going to be a different amount this time in each bowl. So you will draw your little fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. And then have a look how many in each bowl. Not all together, how many in each. How many does each bowl get? And pop your answer in here. Waldo puts how many fish in each bowl? Last one, what if Waldo has 4 bowls? Well, you just have to draw your 4 bowls. Now, he always starts with 12 fish in this. Each story starts with 12, but the groups change. So in question 7, there's 4 groups or 4 bowls. And you'll share them out again and pop your answer down here. There's no box, so you'll just have to pop your answer down here. Like, draw your fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I think some people might even know the answer. All right, well, you have fun with that. Perhaps you could make up your own story. Perhaps you could say you started with a big amount and shared it equally into some groups. I might give you a number. 16 into 4 groups. See if you can put that into a story. Okay, have fun. Bye.